Hi guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge. While I was at the Pathfinder gathering, as you recall, I went up to the Short Lane Arms tent and talked about and ended up with two of theirs. And I may have a third on the way, we're just going to see. But what I decided to do is to try out the 9mm in my 20 gauge little brush gun I've got. As you know, these are simply a chamber insert that is the size and fits in the chamber of a 20 gauge shotgun, but the opening in it takes a given, and in this case I'm shooting 9mm. Now 9mm drops in there just like that, and just for my own sake, I haven't tested enough yet to see if the orientation makes a difference, how it's turned. But at the moment I'm taking the Short Lane Arms logo on top of the barrel of the insert and putting that at the 12 o'clock position and shooting it. Now, what's the purpose of this? Well, it's a great add-on whenever I've got a sidearm at a given caliber. In this case, 9mm. Or my other one is in 38 rifled. My thought was, could I use it for small game? Yes, the 20 gauge is an awesome small game cartridge, but I can carry a whole lot more 9mm than I can the 20 gauge for the same bulk. I mean, I could probably carry 100 rounds, maybe more, for the same weight as one box of 20 gauge. And so if I'm out trying to run a trap line or something, or what oftentimes I'm doing, I'm walking around with a cap and ball revolver and I'm trying to shoot bunnies. One of these with a 9mm in it would be just a fun little challenge, as long as it's accurate enough. And what is accurate enough? Well, my standard, we shall say it, is it has to go into a 2-inch circle at the given range that I'm thinking. Now I'm thinking 15 yards or less. Why so close, Blackie? Well, if it's further out than that, sorry guys, it's probably about 102 right now, about 95% humidity it feels like out here. So yeah, it's a bit warm out here right now, and I got sweat rolling. So, but back to, I wanted it just to try it out. I've seen a lot of people talk about these and I want to try them. I thought it'd be fun, and I've been kind of impressed, guys. I really have. Now today's my first shooting with this. This is out of the box, never done anything with it. And I bought a box of, what I'm shooting is Federal Ball Ammo aluminum rounds. These were like $8 and something. I mean, this is the cheap range ammo. And I've come out and I took a 2-inch circle and put it on a cardboard box at a measured out 10 yards. And then I backed it on up to 15 yards to see what the depth was. And it performed extremely well. How well? Well, here's the target. Okay, there's the target out there at a measured 15 yards out. That ain't bad. Now, all of those that you see on the orange have been my last 10 shots. Those before it where I was learning where my aim point is. But my last 10 shots have all been in that orange dot. Every one of them. So, if I can take this and I can keep it on that 2-inch dot at 10 to 15 yards, that means I can shoot bunnies with it. I can shoot small games with it, possums, coons, armadillos, things like that. It gives me the possibility of carrying more ammunition for a given size for a certain type of game. Okay? Now, of course, 20 gauge in the shot form is more effective, and I'm going to be walking around with it with a load in it for snake in my environment. But for taking it out and being able to shoot the various small game and things, that would be an advantage. You know, especially when we're on a hunting trip. being able to pop like this, and I've cheated. Okay, let's get ready. Blackie cheated. See that notch back there? Right there, I carved that in with a file. And I mentioned that when I was discussing this a year or so ago. It ain't cheating if it's an advantage. I put that notch in the back of my receiver so that when I bring up and look at it, I've got a place for that ball to sit. Instead of being on just a round receiver, it's got a reference point to it. And I figured out now that dead on at 10 yards is about half that ball showing. At 15 yards, I see the whole ball. And what little I've shot at 20 yards, I want to see the ball standing slightly above it. And it allows me to stay on something that big at 20 yards. That's more than enough. And actually, if I was going for coyote on a trap or something like that, that's more than enough, you know, to poke a hole in something. I'm going to play with it a little bit and figure out. But that's it with the 9mm. Now, there's going to be more coming with this, and there's going to be some shooting videos coming up pretty soon. We're going to be out here firing it, and I'm going to put it on a chronograph to get an idea how fast it's going and etc. But for the moment, right now, thumbs up. I mean, I think this is well worth it. In the 9mm, definitely. I've got the 38 Special rifled that I'm going to compare it to next. But if you've been thinking about one of these guys, yeah, give it a try. I think it'd be a worthwhile piece of kit to carry for those certain instances. Okay? Please leave any questions or comments below. And until next time, I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.